but it starts with very soft, slow. Where's the color? Where's the pigment? Yeah, these nuts are cute. Who is this palette made for? Who? What's going on, Fireflies? It is me, NeonMUA, and I am here to present you with some greatness. Today we've run ourselves into a situation where our brand is redeeming themselves, or hoping to. So, as you guys may have known, I have a video on my channel which I reviewed Maybelline's Lemonade Craze eyeshadow palette, and I hated it. Now we are at a point where Maybelline has released another palette very similar to it in nature. This is the Maybelline Soda Pop palette. I pray and hope with everything in my being that this is going to be 10 times better than the last review. So none of this palette has been out for quite a while, but as some of you guys know, I was affected by Hurricane Florence, so a lot of my reviews and things have been delayed. I'm in the process of getting them back up, and this is one of those videos that was delayed, so we're going to see. I'm excited. I pray that this is better, and we're going to see. Yeah. Alright, before this video begins, if at any point you are enjoying yourself and you're enjoying me, then give this video a huge thumbs up, like, and support. It means a lot. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss the next video. And without further ado, we're going to get right into the review of what is hopefully Maybelline's redemption of the Soda Pop palette. Let's go. Alright, you guys, so like I said, we're getting into the review of the Maybelline Soda Pop palette. Backstory, as you guys know, Maybelline has been getting into the realm of releasing eyeshadow palettes for decent eyeshadow palettes within the past year or two. Started off with the City Media palettes, and then they expanded on the Total Temptation palettes, if you will. And then earlier this year they released their Lemonade Craze palette. And the big thing about this palette is that it was, you know, bright and colorful, and it offered scents, and it was something fresh and new from Maybelline, new packaging, new all that stuff. I reviewed it, the eyeshadow palette, and it was not good. As you guys have heard me say, this palette lacks pigmentation. It is very chalky and ashy. I did, however, say that the metallics in this palette are gorgeous, so there was that. But in terms of the actual palette as a whole, it was a flop for me, and a lot of other people felt the same way, so I don't feel bad about it. Needless to say, they have, like I said, they've launched their Soda Pop palette. Soda Pop is made in the same style. It consists of 12 mattes and shimmers. It does have a scent. It's supposed to be like a soda scent. It smells like Pixy Sticks. Yeah, it smells like Pixy Sticks. I don't really care either way for the scent. I just wanted it to perform as well. I will say that this palette definitely looks more black boy and black girl friendly. It is definitely deeper and richer upon first appearance. I think in comparison, and with the Lemonade Craze palette as well, I feel like the palettes offered a sense of variety, especially from the drugstore, and a sense of adventure, if you will. Because, you know, a lot of drugstore palettes tend to be very warm tone bronzy shades, nothing too out the norm, especially with Lemonade Craze. The yellow was definitely something that popped, not on the skin, but popped in concept. So we're going to get into it. We're going to try this palette out, and first I'm going to give you guys swatches so we can see how it performs. Alright, under thighs, you know what time it is. Alright guys, so we're going to start on the top section. So the first shade we have is Chillin'. So the first shade we have is Chillin'. Chillin' is like a dusty peach shade. Moving on into Tonic. Ooh, see, the metallics are gorgeous. Metallic is like your champagne glittery metallic shade. Next we have Sugar High. It's like a reddish bronze metallic. Next we have Ginger Ale. Ginger Ale looks just like the first shade I swatched, Gin. It's a little bit more yellow based. Now we have one of the standout shades, Crushing. Crushing is an orange. Not as rich and as pigmented as I would like, but you know, it's cute. Next shade we have is Cola Float. So Cola Float is like a deeper clay color than Crushing. Moving on into the bottom section, we have Soda Fizz. Well, that's pretty. Soda Fizz is like a taupe. It's like a taupe, but it has a little bit of like a red shift to it. We have Grape Pop. Okay. Grape Pop. Ooh. Okay. Grape Pop is a lavender metallic, if you will. Next up, we have Blue Raspberry. Interesting. Blue Raspberry is like a deep blue, like deep blue that runs almost purplish black. And she's cute. We have Cherry on Top, which is a matte. Okay. Cherry on Top is like a fuchsia that runs more purple than pink. I'm not mad at it. We have Cherry Cola, which is like a ruby red. It has like a bronze undertone to it. And then the last shade that we have is Root Beer. Root Beer is a deep and cool tone brown, runs almost black. And that is all of the shades. This is, I will say this is very surprising color range, especially for something from the drugstore. You don't see color ranges like this. You damn sure don't see it in drugstores. And it's going to be interesting to see how these shades work out. So yeah. So you guys, we're going to get into Soda Pop. I already primed my eyes using the Morphe eyeshadow primer. And we're going to get started. First off, we're going to start with this color right here, Cola Float, and I'm going to use that as a transition. Just like before in the other palette, there's a bit of a kickback situation. Meh, whatever. So I am not mad at the way that color lays down. It's cute. Okay. Next, I'm going to take the shade Root Beer Float. I'm going to put that in the outer corners of my eye to like deepen things up, and then I'm going to go over it later. So I'm tapping very lightly, but what I will say is that this color, she's got pigment, y'all. She's a pigmented little girl. This is really impressive. I don't know if it's because this palette is deeper in nature, but the shades in this palette definitely work a lot better than the Lemonade Craze. They are richer, and they have more of an impact. You guys know when I was trying out the Lemonade Craze palette, it just it was ashy. Alright, now I'm going to go back into that crease and kind of like blend things in together. I'm going to take the shade right here, Cherry on Top. Okay, it took me a bit to like figure out how this shade works. This is one of those shades where you have to pack on a color and then blend it out, because you can't just go into it. It's not that type of girl. I'm in love with the color story of this, because it's a good mix of warm tones and cool tones. You know, ooh. I just thought about something. Am I the only one that notices this? Like, you guys see this, right? Okay, hold on, sis. Ravina said no, and I said sorry. There's something going on here, and this looks like a PLC friendly version of Ravina. This is what this looks like, and I'm not mad. Like, obviously there's some similarities. We'll talk about this at the end. Yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna go back into Root Beer, that deep cool tone brown, and I'm just gonna stamp that back on the edge. All right, so I'm just gonna carve out my crease. I'm going to do a semi-cut crease here. Now let's play with some color. Into the soda palette, I'm going to take the color Grape Pop. Calls it Pop. I'm going to take that color and I'm going to put that like on the center of the lid. Oh, she's got color. Hi, sis. Hi. Hello. And this is a very interesting color because it's like, it's a purple. It's got like a lilac, a pink fuchsia lilac hue to it, but it's also got like a blue iridescent vibe as well. Very pretty. It's definitely something you don't see from Maybelline or the drugstore for that matter. I'm gonna take the shade Ginger Ale and I'm gonna set that inner part of that concealer just so that the metallic has a base. Now I'm going to go into the shade Soda Fizz, the metallic shade right here. And I'm going to use that in the inner third of the eye. For the bottom lash line, I'm going to take the color Cherry on Top, and I'm going to run that under the bottom of the lashes. Hey man, girl, what did y'all do? This is cute. While I'm at, I'm going to take Soda Fizz and put it in my brow bone as well. And to finish this look off, I'm going to take the shade Tonic. I'm going to pop that in the very inner corner of my eye. I just realized I'm not done. There's one more shade I want to use. One more shade. I'm going to take the shade Blue Raspberry, and I'm going to use that to like line my bottom lash line. Oh, yes. Maybelline girl, what? Okay, I have some thoughts. So the eye work is done. I'm going to put on mascara, and then I'll be back to give you guys the final thoughts. But it's very interesting. So be right back. All right, guys, I am back. I put on mascara liner. I'm not doing lashes today. No, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. Final thoughts on the Maybelline Soda Pop palette. Definitely outranks the Lemonade Craze palette for sure. I will say that, you know, on a drugstore scale, this is one of the best eyeshadow palettes I've tried out. I just feel like the formulation of their Cine Mini palettes are so good and so well done. I don't know, it's weird to say, like, I don't know what they did, but the Cine Mini palettes work completely differently and then perform completely differently. Needless to say, Soda Pop is a good palette. It's great for someone who wants to step out of the box and explore some new colors without spending $30, $40 on an eyeshadow palette. Now, like, you know, keeping that in mind, going back to what I was saying earlier, the Soda Pop palette reminds me a lot of Norvina's eyeshadow palette. So it's very interesting to say that because I know Soda Pop's formulation, or they started formulating Soda Pop before Norvina released her palette. I don't know what happened, but yeah, the color story is very similar. Like, so looking at the two palettes, you definitely have your paler shades in the top section, which are very similar to the pale shades in Norvina's palette. You have your purple hues, you have your orange hues, your browns, whatever. Of course, there are shades like Celestial, which is very similar to Great Pop. You have a shade like Dazzling, which is similar to Soda Fizz. Eccentric, which is similar to Crushing, and Colorful, or Passion similar to Colorful. There are similarities there. It's not an exact dupe, but I definitely feel like Soda Pop is an alternative to Norvina, especially if you don't want to spend $40, and especially if you're someone with deeper complexion. My biggest gripe with Norvina's palette is that I feel like half of the palette is unusable by me. And a lot of people who are of my complexion or darker, and possibly even lighter. We all know that Norvina has said that her palette, the Norvina palette, was made of her favorite shades. So, you know, totally get that. If you want to make a palette that's made for just people that look like you, fine. That's not what this video is about. The video is about Soda Pop. And I feel like Soda Pop does what Norvina's palette doesn't do, in that it offers enough shades to please those with deeper complexions as well as those with lighter complexions. I feel like Maybelline was trying to do a palette for those which have a lighter complexion, so someone who's like light to medium. And I feel like the Soda Pop palette was supposed to be made for someone who is dark to deep, if you will, which, you know, can be a great thing, but I also feel like it's not the smartest marketing strategy if that is the case, simply because Lemonade Craze came out earlier in the year and we had to wait in like 3-4 months just to get Soda Pop. I feel like if you're going to present these palettes in that way, then you need to release them both at the same time. Otherwise, you run into a situation where people like me feel like they're left out and can't use their palettes, because Soda Pop is not flattering on deeper complexions. Needless to say, in terms of the actual product itself, I will give it roughly a 3.5 out of 5. I feel like the shades could be a bit more rich in pigment, and some of the shades could be worked on in terms of blendability. Needless to say, it is a great palette. It's definitely a step up from Lemonade Craze. It's definitely something that anyone can pick up and use. It's very user friendly for someone who doesn't have that much experience, but also great for someone who is looking to expand the collection, work with some very interesting colors. If you're going to release something of this nature, release something like that, or release something that's blue, something to wow the drugstore, because you guys are on the right track. This was like, ooh, this is cute, it's got yellows and reds. This is cute because it's got purples and fuchsias. Give us something to completely wow the world and improve the formula on, and then I feel like you guys will knock it out of the park. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. Thank you guys once again so much for watching. I appreciate it. I do. If you enjoyed this video, if you liked it, then give it a thumbs up, like and support. Let me know that you like it and like my content, and I'll continue making content like this. I'll see you guys. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I upload. I upload roughly 2 to 3 times a week because I need to put more content out and you guys deserve it, so stick around. I have some cute videos coming the rest of this week, and yeah. Follow me on my social media accounts, you guys. That is NeonMUA on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I'd love to have you guys be a part of the family. I love interacting with you guys in terms of beauty, in terms of like random jokes, in terms of like social equality and injustices. That's what I feel like I'm strong at. I feel like with me, you get a great balance of beauty and makeup and artistry and creativity. You get something to laugh about, you get something to kiki and make you happy, and then you get something that really makes you think about the world. So if you like that, then you'll like me, and you should follow me. Alright you guys, that's the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it, and until next time, take care.